Already going live.
I love how I have been standing here in our MES server in between all of the ships that we have for about 5 minutes now, and I am still having the streaming thing go on.
There's a lot in there. In hindsight, we probably should have done it in batches, but
Yeah, where's the fun in that?
mm-hmm.
I mean, who doesn't want to spawn in the middle of like 15 ships, 3 bases, and about another 10 ships over in the distance? Ooh, another strong unknown signal. Nari, you want that one?
Sure. If it actually works.
Yeah, I know the last one did for me. Well, the one
Yeah,
I
but
got
you've been
here,
having
sorry.
more luck with the unknown signals working for you in general.
This is true.
Oh, it's on the ground.
What? I guess it is only 54 KOA.
That's unusual.
Yeah. So I'm gonna grab your Mark 1 here.
Fuel low.
Because I had an idea for the drones that
Fuel critical.
might work, might not. I am unsure.
Nope. Nothing.
Kind of based off the same idea Eisen had earlier with
Antenna spawning them.
Fuel critical.
Yeah, but instead of spawning with the antenna, they'll spawn with the cargo ships like before. But with AI blocks instead. And I'm gonna remove the behaviors of them.
Okay, so just let the vanilla AI take care of it.
Yep. Because, I mean, realistically, you only need 3 blocks.
The priest will have trouble with that.
Well, that's what I want to see. Because if I can get it to work with 1, it might be an option for the rest. But it might not even work. So that's where I want to make sure.
Test it with something easy.
Yeah, that's why I figured his dragonfly here, it's pretty much all exposed anyway, and I already have it in the MES mod. Yeah.
I suspect I might be able to get it working on the priest. Trying to think of which blocks I'd remove to make room. I've got a spare battery it doesn't need, so that's 1. Probably the programmable block for simple and the programmable block for auto LCD. I guess that would do it.
Well, and especially since we can make these relatively simple.
Yeah, they basically just need a offensive and flight.
Well, I'm putting a defensive on.
They shouldn't need a defensive.
Well, I'm gonna have the defensive trigger the offensive. And see if that will work or not. Because the defensive can lock target off the get-go. The offensive... Well, the offensive targets...
Can as well, right?
Yeah. I thought so. Yeah, target search interval is 30 seconds. Oh, you know what? Its AI behavior is off by default. You need something to toggle it on. That's what it was. So that's why I always use the defensive with my drones.
Do you have to? Can you just save it as on?
Maybe, but I'm afraid of how it... Because when it doesn't sense a target, or anymore...
It just holds position.
Right. Well, no, it goes back to what it was doing before. And I'm worried that it'll either turn off its offensive AI before a player is within range, and then just not be able to turn it back on. Because the way I did my drones was having the defensive on all the time with the AI flight, and then the defensive would sense a player or enemy, quote unquote, trigger the AI offensive, and then when the AI offensive doesn't sense a enemy anymore, it goes back to how it was before it was turned on. So you would have it back to a defensive block being, on and sensing around. If that makes sense.
It makes sense if that's how it works.
That's how it did for my drones.
I don't have enough experience to be able to tell you one way or the other.
And my drones work like that, so I'm gonna hope that it does the same thing. Because what I can do, if I get in here, let's go to AI defensive. Defend against enemies, default. Flee trigger never. Evasive maneuvers, yeah, whatever, you're not gonna need them. AI behavior will always be on. Actions. Trigger when threat is detected, so we'll take AI offensive. Turn AI behavior on. And AI behavior off. And then we will do flight on. Off. And then I don't know if I'll have to turn the remote control off. I don't know how MES will like that.
Well, the AI block overrides the remote control anyways.
Right. So that's why I'm hoping I don't have to turn it off. So let's hope. AI offensive. We are going to attack enemies. They will target characters. Target priority is closest. Target search interval. Let's make that 10 seconds. Default subsystem, circle in orbit. We want hit and run. And let's make it 40 degrees. Add weapon.
Celsius.
Okay. So let me. Well, I need to get it up in the air first, I guess. So I can take this one. Info. I need it all to be mine, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm not dead.
Apparently, this thing thinks you are.
Quit telling him I'm dead.
This will be the Mark 5? Yeah, we'll go with that. Because I don't know if you have a 4. So.
I don't even have a 2. We don't talk about the 2.
Well, I know you have a 3, so I'm skipping 1 and going to 5.
Yeah.
Don't have a 3, so I'm skipping 1 and going to 5.
Yeah, like skipping the 1 next to it. So 4.
Right. But in English could also be interpreted as you're skipping 1.
Yes, yes.
Which is funnier.
It is. It is. You know what's funny? Is... So I'm on gabapentin for my back issue.
Mm-hmm.
That mixed with a bunch of ibuprofen, methylprednisone, and baclofen. Yeah. Here in like an hour or so, you guys will like hear me start not being able to put words together. English becomes very difficult for me.
My family cannot do prednisone. It does not like us.
So I don't have an issue with the meds in general. It's the gabapentin that's messing with me. And I know it is because all the other meds I've been on already for weeks and had no issues. The gabapentin I started last week, and it's just been hell on my brain once it starts kicking in. I'll take 1 in the morning, and I'll take it around 8, when I'm getting ready for work, and then probably around 10, 11 o'clock, sentences start becoming a little harder to make. And it's not even the fact of, like, I can't speak. It's more, I know the word I want to say, but I can't say it or fully think of it. It's very weird. It's like a fog. That's the only issue I've had with it. And it is annoying.
I can see that.
So is it me or in this splash screen? Is that small block details on this ship?
The blue ship there on the
Yep, on the landing pad.
landing pad? Yeah, that's a small grid gone large.
Ah, okay. That makes more sense. Because I thought it was... Here, I'll put it in the chat for Eisen to see. Because it looks like...
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a small one.
Yeah. Yeah, because that there looks like small details with large blocks. I guess, yeah, now that I'm seeing it, that's a 2x1. And then you have the small hinge down here. Okay. I see now. That's actually a pretty cool way of doing that. I wonder if they have that ship on the workshop.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Have to find out. That's nice. I like how they put the half blocks around the solar panel to make it kind of blend into the ship armor a little more. I do not like the fact that they use regular landing gear. That when Keen does it, they always put them in a weird way to where the rear ones are like sideways. And it just, I don't know why they do that.
So they can fit.
I
Oh,
guess.
that reminds me. Eisen, what's the deal with the Kuma?
The what?
What's the deal with the Kuma? In Monster Hunter?
Oh, Street Fighter crossover event, so you can get the appearances / gear with that.
But is it an armor piece or?
Yeah.
Because I thought in the preview video they were showing him fighting with his fists.
Yeah. So that's probably either the weapon, if they did it as like for Geralt, they had him with a sword and shield, and the shield was actually Quinn's sign, so he didn't actually have a shield.
So it's kind of just hidden.
Yeah, and they've done fist-type dual blades before, so it could be a dual blade.
Fuel low.
Or they've also done it before where it's a custom emote that you can do.
Fuel critical.
Oh, for all
they've
the
had it-
different stuff.
So they've had it that way before, so could be any of the above. I haven't looked too much into it yet. Like I said, mainly been prepping for vacay, so.
Right? Whatever works.
Since it's a big family one, it's not a just get up and go thing. It's okay. Where's all the snacks, the sunscreen?
Got the whole
That's eventually
fam
we got
family.
Company fishing trip at the tail end of it, so it's like, okay, got to get the snacks for the boat on that. Okay,
Oh,
what
yes,
can I have?
all
What
the
can't I
snacks.
have?
All the boat snacks.
Normally I drink sodas on the boat, but I can't do that anymore.
There you go. Now you guys can see. So,
No,
Oh, my wife just said, "Don't worry, I will." Oh, thanks.
you're welcome.
Love you too, dear.
Right.
So, not on the official Keen workshop page do they have the blue ship that you were looking at.
Oh,
Is it on Aragas maybe, or
one of those guys, yeah. I don't. It's hard to say because they have like 3 or 4 people that build for Keen.
can't remember the second of the main guys' names.
I never
Oh,
can
Christ.
remember any of them.
I remember Aragath because he's been around for so long.
Yeah.
Do you know of one of the ships offhand?
One of Aragath's?
just searched for the red ship because I knew that they had made.
This Outpost 457.
Red Ship Prototech. Zaragoth?
Okay.
Buddybot. Zaragoth.
Buddybot is on the official.
Yeah.
It's also on his.
Let's see what Airgath has. Let's see. Red Ship Protect Refit Buddybot. No, it doesn't have it on his either.
Okay, so it must be the
Is
other
it?
guys, or one of the other guys.
I gotta put the ossified avian. Into here. Let's make this a little easier because I don't need that. I don't need that. What was changed in here? Sure. No. I just. Which one of these should we do? I don't know, it'll be fine. That. There we go. That's a little easier. Now you guys can see everything I see. All I
see
want.
living people.
I see the coding. It's scary. What file am I even in? Stations. Okay. That's the research facility. Got that. 457. Admin campus. File outpost. Okay. So I did get the research facility in. Nice. I don't think I ever spawned it though. So I'll have to see how that actually works. Let's go to our ships.
Yeah, I suppose one thing that could go awry with the research facilities, we may need to bury the tower bases further. Pending.
Yes. Which is fine, because when I spawned it in to take the blueprint and to export the file, I did dig it down a little deeper. So that should be okay. I have the Cardinal support there. I know I have the Cardinal support here. You wanted the Cherub, right?
Yep.
To guard that
Cherub
as
and
well.
Priest.
Yep. Which I did not put the Cherub into there, and then we can put the Mark V Dragonfly in there as well. So let's grab the Cherub, and you wanted like 4 of those, right?
Yeah.
Guarding it? Okay.
And 2 Priests. Which means for something that has 8 jump drives, I think that's warranted.
Yeah, I can see that. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that should be fine. And then the priest is by itself as well. Okay. So that. Actually, let me just grab this again. I'm doing this the slow way so I know I don't mess anything up, because I have a tendency, especially on these meds, to miss something. Okay, so I gotta find positions for these. Y is front and back, X is side to side. So we will do 200, negative 200. Oops, that's 2,000. See what I mean?
That is a far escort.
Why
Right.
did this escort spawn on my base? The thing was still 2 kilometers from me.
Right. And
Bill.
then that way 200.
That would make for a rather nasty encounter.
Mm-hmm. It really
Like a-
would.
Like a whole bunch of drones.
Spawn behind
They're
you.
all-
Yeah.
You know, kind of like
As you're
spawning
running
custom
up to
missiles behind you. Factorum warship.
Mm.
Right. You are not wrong. Why is that not liking that? What are you doing? Matching end tag slash spawn script. It is. Is it not? What's going on? Yeah. What are you doing? What's wrong here? I see what happened. Okay. This shit. I did the wrong one. There we go. See? This is why I gotta double check myself. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually. Oh, god damn it. It's already too late. There we go. Give me this again. I love coding, yes I do. I make mistakes, how many do you? 200. Negative 200. Those are both at negative 150. Right. Negative 200, 150. Okay. Now, why are you yelling at me again? What is wrong? This doesn't have a closing tag. Why doesn't it have a closing tag? It does. You lying...
You dirty rat.
Right. Slash... It is. I'm literally staring at it. It's right there. Why are you being all mad about it? What? Oh. Okay. I see.
Mhm.
Got it. This needs to disappear. So does this. So does that. So does that. So does that. And now we have a prefabs. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now we're all good. Are you stop yelling at me now? Hopefully. Okay. Now I'm going to replace the Dragonfly Mark 1 with the Mark 5. Behavior... I'm going to leave blank. Well, actually, no. Ronin escort, behavior escort. I'm going to copy all of this. New file called behavior AI escort. We're going to do that. False match distance 15, 30, 500, match all filter. This is where I need the MES stuff because I have to find where it says his behavior stuff. Core behavior. How you give your NPC good special behaviors. After specifying a behavior name tag that gives your behavior its basic movement patterns, you can then attach all sorts of other tags to the behavior that defines its autopilot rules, targeting rules, and triggers that execute when certain conditions are met. Cool. So if we go to core, these tags are the main building blocks of your behavior. You can specify the type of behavior your encounter will use along with other parameters, profiles such as autopilot, targeting, triggers, etc. Behavior name. That I think we already did. No. It would be in spawn groups, cargo stations. Cargo ships, I'm sorry. Behavior escort. This will be AI escort. Behavior name. AI escort. Now, can those tags be custom? That's what I want to know, because he has a list of them here.
I mean, as long as you define them, right?
Yeah.
But you'd have to know how to write a behavior script.
Not. Well, that's kind of what I'm doing. Despawn. Here it is for escorts. Behavior description. This behavior is used in conjunction with the trigger action command system to allow a ship to request escorting another ship, e.g. small drone escorting a cargo ship. Once the behavior sends the request, nearby potential parent ships will receive the request. If the parent ship has a trigger configured to receive the command and process the escort request, it will attempt to designate an available escort offset to the requester. Offsets need to be defined in the parent behavior. That's fine. Designed primarily for small grid drones or fighter craft, utilize forward-facing static weapons to engage targets. The behavior will approach the target, and then once it reaches a specified distance, rotate towards the target to engage with weapons while occasionally strafing. I like this. His description for the horse fighter core. So I have these set at escort, which is probably the wrong thing. The horsefly one, though, or no, the horse fighter, right? Because he's combining the horsefly and the fighter behaviors. One day, the fighter behavior went out for a few drinks. It ended up going home with the horsefly behavior for some consensual, well, you can use your imagination. Or don't. That's probably the same thing to do. I don't know. Horse fighter is a combination between the horsefly and fighter behaviors. Its main behavior mostly resembles the horsefly movements, where it will fly around a target in randomized patterns and engage targets with turrets. Internally, there is a timer that toggles a switch between fighter and horsefly. If the switch is activated and the NPC grid is within range of the target, the behavior will switch to the rotate and strafe behavior of the fighter, engaging with static weapons. After the timer triggers the switch to turn off again, the behavior will resume horsefly-like flight until the timer once again activates the switch. So, oh, here's your hunter.
That's the one that'll track you down.
Yeah. God. Yeah, the hunter is everything.
You should give your Mayfly the hunter.
100%. That's what it's going to have. The hunter behavior is an advanced combat behavior that requires careful setup of its targeting and autopilot. When the behavior does not have a valid target, it will approach its despawn coordinates using the primary autopilot. If the behavior acquires a target, it will begin to approach the target using the secondary autopilot profile, if it is still valid when it does its own timed check. While approaching the target, it requires one of 3 methods to confirm the target is valid. To confirm a valid target, it can use turret target detection, camera raycast, or line of sight if the target profile includes that filter. If a target is validated, then the behavior will engage with fighter-like maneuvering. If a target is lost and no other target can be found, the behavior will still travel to the target's last known location for a short time before resuming its course to despawn coordinates. Yeah, so that's definitely going to be the Mayfly. It's going to be so annoying, that little fucking thing. Okay, so let me change these then, because I wonder if the escort is confusing it, because it sounds like the escort is meant for like a parent ship.
And do you have to define a parent ship?
That's what it seems like. So this behavior is used in conjunction with the trigger action command system to allow a ship to request escorting another ship, e.g. small drone escorting a cargo ship. Once the behavior
Or a
sends
large drone escorting a small ship?
right.
That's a real surprise for you.
Yeah. Once the behavior sends the request, nearby potential parent ships will receive the request. If the parent ship has a trigger configured to receive the command and process the escort request, it will attempt to designate an available escort, offset to the requester, which is fine. If an escort offset is successfully designated, then the requester will travel to the offset and continue to travel to it as long as the ship exists. If an escort cannot acquire a parent grid to follow, then it will trigger a despawn based on time set in waypoint wait time trigger, which is one of the settings, of the current autopilot profile. This only happens while use no target timer is true, which we don't have that, I don't think. Yeah, I think it's just the escort thing that's messing it up. So let me see. Let me delete my file. Let's go to cargo ships. We have the Dragonfly. Let's do. Actually, do any of these? I need to see if any of these other ones have. Because all of them just have drone, not escort, 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 escort. Yeah, they're just all escorts, even the hired guns. So you figure that would be the one we want, right? Because the hired guns were coming after us before.
Yeah.
What about, like... See if, like, Horse Fighter is in any of them. I don't think so. Oh, yeah.
I wonder if you can designate a spotlight as a turret. Since it is a turret, I wonder if you could use it for the horsefly's
Like it's a
behavior.
camera.
Yeah, I'll use that as the targeting reticle for the
Maybe.
mayfly to so it locks on with the spotlight and then taunts you.
Possibly. Okay, so it is in the... aggression switch file. But I don't think it ever gets to that point. And that's under cargo ship. What about escorts? I don't think so. Target profiles of rival AI allowed you to specify a set of rules that are followed when combat-based behaviors are acquiring targets nearby. Target data value. That's fine. Player and grid. So if I change... let's go to escort. No. Escort drone. Where is Rogan targeting? Oh, it's just below where the fuck I was. Okay. If I paid attention. Okay. So use custom targeting is true. This tag specifies the behavior should use your target profile. If false, it will use default parameters based on the behavior type. Target is specify what sort of entity target the behavior should go after. Block targets we are not doing because I just wanted to go after the whole ship. Time until target acquisition that it takes for the behavior to acquire a target if the behavior has no current target. Use target refresh. I do want to do this one. Use target refresh. I'm going to set that to true. What? No. Stop it. And then we need time until next refresh. And is this in seconds? Yes, it is. Time in seconds that it takes for the behavior to acquire a new target. We'll do 10. What is the evaluation? This tag specifies in time in seconds that it takes for the behavior to check the current target to ensure it still meets the requirements of the settings and filters in this target profile. That I don't need. Allows you to specify the distance from the behavior owner that is checked for targets. $1,500 seems like a pretty long distance, though. Max existing target distance. Then an existing valid target must be outside before a new target is selected. If this value is not provided, then it uses the same value as max distance. Okay, so it checks for targets within 1,500. Gotcha. Match all filters. Match any filters. Match none filters. Get target by. We do have those though. Match all filters. Specify one or more extra conditions that must be met when acquiring or evaluating a target. If any of the specified conditions under this tag are not met, target is not considered valid. Owner relation powered. Closest distance. Okay. That's all fine. Owners are player. That's relations. Has to be enemy, faction, targets. Actions, prioritize player control. Static, minimum altitude, max altitude. Go away. Max gravity, min speed, min target value, names, use partial name matching, movement score. What the hell is a stealth drive?
It's a modded block
Ah,
designed to hide you from reavers.
that makes sense. Okay. Conditions. Let's go to the autopilot next.
Order by
Engage, distance,
block, do we?
space. We don't have what?
A quarter block.
No.
I like the quarter triangle, but square.
No.
No, we do not.
That's gonna make this drone casing kind of awkward. Do we have a half round?
You got a quarter round, not a half. You can make a half.
I want a half thick block round.
Oh.
I don't think we have that.
Engage distance planet.
It'll engage you anywhere on the planet?
Yeah. Well, it's how far. This tag specifies the max distance from a target waypoint while in gravity before an NPC will switch to its engaged target mode, which usually involves rotating to target and strafe. Collision. distance from a waypoint or target before some behaviors will perform other actions. Which, this one is 5. Yeah. Waypoint tolerance. Shut up, phone. Rotation special. You can make it do barrel rolls and ramming.
Neat.
Yeah, strafe.
Very fine. There appears to be a unnatural growth on your huntsman.
That does not surprise me. Honestly, I am not seeing.
The horsefly?
Well, I'm not seeing anything that would say these drones shouldn't work.
There's not a parent ship tag?
No. And in the behaviors, so for escort drones, the ones I have set to escort, their target data is the Ronin targeting escort drone, which just tells it, you know, the target is going to be the player and the grid. I added target refresh and time until next refresh. So, like every 10 seconds, it's going to refresh its targeting, kind of throw them off. Max distance is you have to be within 1.5k for it to start coming after you. Max existing target distance is 3.5k before it loses you. The grid has to be out of safe zone. It has to have an owner, its relation, and it has to be powered. And they're going to get the closest distance target. The owner that it's looking for, it has to be a player or NPC. And then the relation it's looking for has to be an enemy. So that's its targeting info. Its first autopilot that it gets put into is Escort Drone A, which keeps its inertial dampeners on. Slow down on waypoint approach is true. Fly level with gravity is false. Minimum planet altitude, ideal planet altitude, yada yada yada. All of its flight characteristics.
Mm-hmm. And this is all still exactly the same as Ember?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I added was the refresh target and time until refresh. Basically, the scanning every 10 seconds. If
that
we
might
go
make the
to,
difference.
It might. That's what I'm hoping. Because if I can keep them within range for 10 seconds, they might come back. Actually, let me change that to like 3. Just to test. The request escort slot.
What happens if I change this to a station? Stop trying to tear itself apart.
Let me get rid of that. Don't save. We can get rid of that for now.
Can't because it's moving too much.
So we have our cargo ships. If we go to request escort slot, use trigger true, type timer, then cooldown is 3000 milliseconds, max cooldown is 3001, starts ready false. Requesting escort is what it says. Those shouldn't do it because the ship is set for cargo ship. What is the drone behavior again? Compared to... maybe it doesn't say. Well, hello, Tox. Sir, I'm here about your extended fridge warranty. Sniper strike. See, I don't see anything that says... Oh, behavior name patrol. See, I don't think I want patrol, though. Because that's more for stations, I believe.
Patrol shouldn't be for a station, because stations shouldn't move.
This behavior allows the ship using it to patrol a random area from where the ship first spawned. The distances of this are governed by the same offset tags that horsefly and other behaviors use. Okay.
Yeah, so it'll circle around an area.
Right. Which is fine. So I don't want to set those to drone. We have it set to escort. Because isn't that what Embers does?
Thought so.
Data. Spawn groups. No, we want behaviors. Escort drone. Yeah, they're set to escort. Same shit. What about... Reavers don't really have escort drones, do they?
Yeah, they do. When you get to about mid-level, it starts spawning 2 small ones. So it probably spawns it as a parent and a drone.
Gotcha.
2 or 3 small ones. There's usually like a couple of berserkers and Instigator.
Gotcha. Oh, FYI, Reaver targeting is 10 kilometers. Well, that's main A. Oh, main B is same.
Yeah, that's the antenna
Stages
range.
of.
Yeah, and then short range is 5K. So, yep.
Where it's the movement, if I recall.
5K, it is looking for broadcasting, movement score, and line of sight, which non-broadcast visual range is 1200, so 1.2K. Minimum movement score is a 1K. Max movement detectable distance is 2.5. Max line of sight is 1.2. So its visual range without a antenna is 1.2. With an antenna is 2.5. And stop moving. That's its short range, though. I'd have to go through the ships to actually figure out which ones have that. But I'm not going to do that.
I think they all do. At least it seems like it.
Maybe.
Okay.
So I don't need those right now. Honestly, I'm not seeing anything that's making me think that these are broken. I put that refresh in just to see if that helps, but we'll find out. Question mark. Because that's Ronin. So if we go to the aggression switch, target near 1500, starts ready max actions, Ronin action, aggression switch, escort. So this should go when you get within 1.5K of it. Ronin aggression switch escort, that's the chat, which it normally does. Hostile enemy approaching, strike mode activated. Deviating from escort to intercept hostile entity. It does say that. True. And it is changing them to a strike, which is what kind of class? The strike behavior is designed primarily for small grid drones or fighter crafts. It utilizes forward-facing static weapons to engage targets. The behavior will fly in the general direction of a target, and once it gets within a certain range, it will change directly at the target and engage static weapons. So I wonder... The behavior will fly in the general direction of a target, and once it gets within a certain range, it will charge directly at the target and engage with static weapons. I wonder if its directions is messed up.
I mean, sounds plausible, but it should be based off of the remote, which the Dragonfly's remote is straight in the center of the cockpit. Where the newer ones are, but I assume they're also aligned properly.
It's autopilot. It then changes its autopilot profile to secondary, which is I think this one? Ronin autopilot drone B. Slow down on waypoint approach, slow down distance 150, fly level, gravity false, ideal min speed, max speed tolerance, planet altitude, use velocity collision evasion, false, limit rotation speed true, max rotation magnitude 1.5. Okay, so nothing in there tells it to go in a different direction. Change autopilot speed true, disable triggers true, which is the aggression switch, enable triggers, which is the passive switch. Enable triggers name MES trigger no target retreat initial check. So I already have this one. Get rid of that. So if we look at the passive switch that it then activates, and let's do it. Use trigger false type, change targets. What is the triggers for this? Is there one for that? Change target. Yes. A trigger that activates when any of acquired target, lost target, or switch target activate. Okay. So it's just telling it not to change targets. Fair enough. Target distance 5K. Min cooldown 2000 milliseconds. 2001 milliseconds. Starts ready. False. Ronin action passive switch escort. That is this one. Which it does not do because it never says the chat messages for it. Let me, instead of the strike, let's turn this into a horsefly. And see if that changes anything. Why are you red all of a sudden? Oh, okay, you're not. I just want to see, because the horsefly, if we look, core behavior. So the Strike is meant for like small grid with fixed guns. I wonder if the turrets are kind of messing with it. But I know the Ember ones don't have turrets.
The arrowheads do.
What about the
Because the arrowheads is kind of what I based the Dragonfly on with their top and bottom Gatling turrets.
right. What about hired guns?
No, I don't believe they have turrets. I believe they're fixed. Let me see if I still have one. I may have deleted it when I was cleaning up my blueprints. Yeah, I deleted it.
Okay.
Let's see if it is on the workshop. I'm sure it is.
The horsefly behavior is designed for ships of any size that use turrets as their primary means of attack. The behavior flies to the area of a target. Once within range, the NPC will fly to random positions around the target while the turrets engage. If the NPC cannot reach one of the waypoints after a certain time, it will recalculate a new waypoint. This behavior does not use static weapons. The horse fighter is the one I want, not horsefly. That's the one that uses both. And especially for the one ship, Dragonfly. It has both, so we'll let it use both. Especially the Mark V, which I'm wondering if it works. So let's try that. We also have to make sure the cardinal spawns in correctly and the other one. What was the other one? Epsilon Research Facility.
Oh.
And then I think I have to do outposts. Nope, I did that one already. Okay, so yeah, just the Cardinal and the Epsilon Research Facility. We gotta see how those do. So let's get out of all of this so my game doesn't try to have a heart attack. We'll just go off this one. Because I'm sure my GPU is just loving me at the moment with 3 full monitors just full of shit. I don't know. We'll find out. Make sure everything works. Continue game rover tests, please. Should update automatically. There's the plan. I do like that little rover with the
assault cannon in the back? Or...
Yeah, that hinge with the assault cannon, the custom turret.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed Keen has started doing a lot of custom turrets on their ships.
Well, they look good. They're just a pain to use and build.
Yeah, well, especially the rover, because it only shoots forward, so you have to target it. It's like an artillery type, but The hinge only goes up and down. It doesn't have a rotor, as far as I know.
Probably does in the bed.
It might. I've never actually spawned one to see, so. Oh, one way to find out.
Is Sparks? No, not Sparks. What was the one that introduced the Platinums?
Oh, I have to look it up in the G menu. I forget. Should be part of the actual group.
Because it would be that world that they made for it.
Yeah. That reminds me, we gotta try your rovers and see if they work.
Yes.
I gotta see how to spawn them. Which means possibly adding that wheel thieves mod and yoinking it. Why am I zoomed so far out? That is kind of ridiculous. Alright. So let's do MES spawn planetary cargo ship dot. I need Dusty Susan. Actually, I need this one. Control C. And actually, before I do that, I need to get myself to the Earthlink, which is all the way over there. There it is. So let's go that way. Oh, I still have that comms relay and the, oh, I thought the other one was still here. Anyway, slash MES dot spawn planetary cargo ship dot that one. Alright, let's make sure we have all ships accounted for. We have 2 Dragonfly Mark 5s and the Dusty Susan, which is good. They are escorting. I want to target you. Fine, and I can still hear you guys.
Huh.
And
your stream crashed, and so you're on the Phonics Spider screen now.
My game crashed.
And now you're showing a One Piece commercial. So.
Oh well, that's nice.
The live action or the cartoon?
The cartoon.
I forgot they did a live action. Never seen it.
The scene where he was apparently fighting a giant gumball robot, maybe? Something like that.
Apparently Steam crashed. Wow. That's...
Oh.
That's unusual.
Yeah. That's why it kicked me out of Space Engineers. I don't know why the stream went weird, though. Kind of awkward.
Oh, well, you got it set up where it's linked to a specific window for Space Engineers, right? Like you showed me how to...
I have it doing that, but I have it displaying my entire monitor so everybody can see the code and the files. So it should have just went to that if the game crashed. Like, you should see what I see. I don't understand why the stream went down, though. I don't know. Oh, well. Don't matter. we're back up and running. So,
Mm-hmm.
and the game should be pretty much right where I left it, which is flying up towards those ships. So, we shall see. Thing is, I changed 2 things on that Mayfly, so hopefully one of them causes it to work. We'll see.
Yeah.
Because it is the version with the AI blocks, so hopefully those might take over, or changing them to the horse fighter instead of being a strike drone also works. We'll see.
Or maybe the conflict of that was what caused it to explode.
It might be. Because, like, my graphics card and everything didn't cry. Maybe my CPU did, which is why you guys couldn't hear me and the stream crashed, but I don't know. I like attempting to kill my PC, apparently. That's fine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, gun turbo, rear gun frigate.
Fuel critical.
Oh, I'm still here. So it actually reset before the save. So that's kind of nice. So let's go back to the helipad. Let's get out of third person, because that's kind of annoying. Let's do... Why do I have 2 Mayfly vanillas? Oh, because one's on Steam. That'd be why. Let's hop in here. And then let's spawn our MES ships again and see if it crashes my PC again. There they are. So, did it crash anything? No?
No, you're still going.
Well, that's good.
You haven't teleported to them yet either, so.
Nope. I am following this one with my spectator, just in case, because I want to see what it tries to do. Because I don't know if they're going to try to come after me, but if they're going away, I want to see if those AI blocks are activated or not. We're going to get a target lock. Hostile entity approaching, strike mode activated. They are next to me. So they came after me this time.
Yeah.
But
They're not firing at you, though.
yeah, and they're not doing anything. Actually, are these ones with the turrets off?
Oh, they might be.
Yeah.
'Cause
Is it not using its direct fire guns though?
Returning to
No.
escort formation. Stop moving. No, it's not using its direct fire. But it might be because the turrets are turned off. They are. Ow! Yeah, that hurt.
firing at you now? Sure are.
Stop it! They should be going back to strike formation now.
Where they fire with their forward turrets.
No,
Forward guns.
they should be going to the Dusty Susan. But they are not. They are slowly coming to me. The Dusty Susan is slowly going away. What are you doing and who are you going after? Me, supposedly? Oh, apparently there's a dragonfly. 5k up. I don't know where that's at. Whatever. Yeah, it's supposedly coming towards me. Yeah, they're trying to. You know what? Alt F10. I am invulnerable, untargetable.
Invulnerable
Fuel
should be fine.
critical.
The untargetable will be.
Yeah.
I just don't want the turrets shooting at me. I think what's going on with these at the moment. Stop it. Yeah, destroy the ship. Have fun. That is their...
And they're using their forward guns now to destroy the Mayfly.
That's good.
AI behavior on the flight and the offensive is on.
Okay.
So the AI flight was restricting its speed to 10 meters a second.
Right. Because you didn't change that. That's normal.
Right. So that's why they're going so goddamn slow. So let me take... I will have to take a new...
Blueprint with the turrets on and the flight speed maxed out, so...
Yeah. Stop flying so fast now. What are you shooting at? There's nothing left. Congratulations, you slammed into a rock. Thank you. Yeah, same thing. Okay. It didn't try using its fixed guns, which is weird.
It did, when you reset the...
No, that was the turrets, I thought.
No, I saw the guns on the wings go off
Oh, fair enough.
when you said, go ahead and destroy the ship and do it yourself.
Well, it's using its forward guns now. I mean, I don't know what it's shooting at. Something on the ground where my ship crashed, I guess. idea what it's shooting at. Maybe these little pieces. Yep, that'll do it. There's some left. Okay, fair enough. Let me get rid of these guys. The dragonfly is coming back, so that's good. What are you shooting at exactly? I don't even know. Well, now you can't shoot shit. Congratulations. You played yourself. Stupid drones. Let's go to the any list, find our Dusty Susan, one of these that isn't made by me. Oh, I can. Since when can you search in the entity list?
Since the last update.
That's
That was one of the quality of life things that they added.
yeah,
Which
that's
is
actually-
amazing.
It really is.
Yes.
I think it already despawned though. Which is fine. Let's go to. Apparently, there's high-profile escorts for Factorum somewhere. Love that. I want Dragonfly Mark 5. Is it upside down?
Fuel critical.
I don't know. Whatever. Oh, it's not. It's just backwards. Like usual. Okay, so we need to turn Gatling turrets on. We need to put AI flight. Max that. Max that. Max that. Remove align to planet gravity, because screw that.
You should probably leave that on or they'll flip upside down and crash.
Can they not fly upside down?
Pretty sure they can't, because I don't think they have any downward thrust.
Okay, well I'll give them 48 degrees angular pitch. That should help them out. Precision mode off. Collision avoidance off. Well, the offensive removes that, so. We do hit and run. We are 10 seconds. Retreat angle 40 degrees. Let's do 500. Break off distance.
I gave it to you. I gave it to you.
Let's just make it 50. Default systems, hit and run to every 10 seconds. It'll target closest. Cool. I think we're good to go. So the Mark V actually worked, which is nice. I'm gonna make one a Mark III and one a Mark V now.
Okay.
Just to see if it was the...
AI blocks or not.
Yep. And not what I want. Let's do Mayfly. about. Yes, save changes. And now we should be able to load everything up, make our changes. So we have cargo ships. That says hired gun. That's not the one I want. This one is. Dusty Susan Mark 5. We want to bring up this one. So we have the Dragonfly Mark 1.
You said a Mark 3. Did you mean a Mark 1?
Yeah. Mark
Okay.
1 is the one I have in here. So
Is the, yeah.
let me bring this one up too because it has the exports. We will grab this one, put it in there, get rid of those two. Do that. Beautiful. So that should be everything we need. So if we know, if we see that one of them comes towards us,
And the other one doesn't, then we know that
yeah.
the other box are helping.
Right. That is the plan. If they both come towards us, that's even better, because that means the horse fighter thing is an option for drones as well as the AI blocks.
Mm-hmm. Which would probably be simpler overall to just change all the behavior to horsefly or horse fighter.
Yes, very much so. That's why I'm hoping it works. Save Eisen some time of trying to find a place to put AI blocks.
Mm-hmm.
The good news is, though, the Dusty Susan, as it sat, was targeting me and trying to fight me. So
Yeah.
I know the Cardinal will do the same thing. Relentlessly, but it will. And then whatever other ships we do. I forget the chicken ship.
The ossified avian.
Yeah.
Bone chicken.
The flying chicken. The bone chicken. That was only space, right?
No, it is atmosphere capable because we changed it so it had hydrogen
right.
thrusters in all direction.
Yeah.
So it's better at space because it's got the ion drives, but it's capable of that mode.
That's right. And I was going to put it as an all cargo ship instead of a planet or space.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were going to do your Mako as the drones for that one.
Yeah.
Fuel critical.
I wonder if I can set the Mako and the
event card cursor.
The Mako, the cursor, and Eisen's smaller one that I just put with the Cardinal.
The cherub.
Yeah.
Or the priest.
Well, the cherub I was thinking for just like drone patrols.
Yeah.
Put all three of those in a squadron of like a 2, 3, and 4. And should be fun.
It'd be nice to have a drone squadron, like 8 cherubs all spawn together.
Yeah.
Pretty deadly considering they get rocket pods on them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rocket pods are especially deadly on MES since infinite ammo.
Yeah. So,
They
but
will
people
be
look at it as like,
dangerous.
oh, it just spawned like 6 or 7 small ships. This will be fine.
There's our ships. Ah, game, relax. Okay, so which one is our drone? So this is the one with AI. Okay. And is the other one... Okay, so the other one is without. So the one I'm locked onto with spectator is with. Cool. Let's go blow some stuff up. Probably me. And thankfully the one closest to us with the AI blocks, because if it was the other way, they have a knack for slamming into whatever ship they're flying next to when they're trying to retreat. So hostile entity approaching. One definitely veered off. The other one is now veering off. Ah, Jesus!
They're firing at you already? Yep. Sure. Is both of them firing at you?
No, the other one is definitely trying to fly away.
Oh, the one without the AI blocks.
Yeah, those AI blocks are relentless, though.
Yes.
Oh god.
Critical.
Well,
Yeah,
that
sure did.
was just rude.
But you're the one who turned off collision avoidance, so
And it's still
Which
driving.
makes-
that is definitely a hit and run technique.
Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. Stop shooting me. I want to see how dead you are from ramming my ship.
Asshole driver mode engaged.
Literally.
I mean, obviously not dead enough, it's still flying around.
It's still chasing my ship that's going down. I think it pushed it out of the sky and then... That's safe. This thing's a better pilot than any of us are.
No.
Hey,
Yeah,
to
what
be
is
fair...
that? Leaning out and picking flowers.
Right, he might as well have been. And to be fair, from charging at me and smacking into me,
Doesn't look like it took
well,
any damage.
it definitely did now. But it's still flying, and it's still trying to target me. Because the AI block is what's taking over, and not the...
MES remote.
Yeah, because the remote only just got destroyed when it smacked into the ground. That's what I was trying to say. Even with a head-on collision to my ship, it was still able to use the remote. Right now it's not, though, because obvious reasons. But relentless nonetheless. This thing definitely did what it was supposed to do. And that other drone kind of flew off into the ether, so I don't know. Yeah, so changing it to horse fighter did not work. But the AI,
Did.
yes.
Okay, well, that's
Are
good.
you stuck?
I think it's still trying to target the mayfly.
Its
but
AI
it's-
behavior is on. Let's change it to power systems. Okay, now it. Oh God! What are you doing? Stop it! Its AI behavior is still on. What are you
Well, that
even
should be
shooting
returning it.
at?
Is it still shooting, or is it
Oh,
returning?
there must be part of my ship down there that has batteries on it.
Yeah.
Let me delete that then and see what happens. Because I want to see that AI block turn on.
Return to escort.
Well, I got rid of the ship it was supposed to escort, but I want to see if that ship is, if my ship is destroyed, so power systems. I want to see. No, it did not. Okay, so did I make this turn itself off? No. So the combat should. Enemies closest, power systems hit and run. It only has one gun left. Oops. Yeah, it hasn't. Circle and orbit might be the better one, because hit and run seems like it's very aggressive for this. And with the, well, no, I'll keep it as hit and run because the turrets will help with the shooting as it flies past and tries to shoot. So
Yeah.
everything seems to be fine on it. Let's try the Cardinal, and I'll just change. I'll change that Mark 1 to a Mark 5 when we try this test out.
The Cardinal with some dragonflies?
No, the Cardinal I want to see.
With the priests and the cherubs?
Yeah, I want to make sure everything spawns right. And then...
Fair enough.
Yeah, and then I'll change the one dragonfly back to a Mark 5. Did you spawn? No. Why? Are you having trouble spawning? Cardinal support frigates? Is the Cardinal not a Atmo one?
Yeah, it is.
Could be.
I thought so. Yeah, it's an all cargo ship. Maybe it's just having trouble actually spawning.
Maybe it's because you're trying to spawn 3 large grids at once off of the same command.
Maybe. No, because it spawned with the 2 other ones before.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah, I thought it did anyway. Might be just too much, to be honest with you. Let me go to space and see if that changes things. there's not much else around. Okay, so you're not spawning. Let me see. The get eligible spawns at position. Sent the clipboard. File new. Oh, apparently I have Reaper.
Reavers in that save?
Apparently. Because I have like the ghoul and the drone yard and the imp A and B.
Oh, those are all vanilla random encounters.
Oh. Fair enough. I do not see. The cardinal in that list. I don't see why. Because the Dusty Susan is right after it. Let me try the priest. See if that does it by itself.
Fuel critical.
Let me just make sure. Okay, that is the one that is spawned by me.
Yes. Should be fast enough.
Think I spawned those two close together. go here. Okay, so let's try it again. No. I think I spawned too many ships.
PCU?
No, there's an actual timeout in MES,
Hmm.
and it's after 2 planetary cargo ships have spawned.
Hmm.
So we'll go back into the save. Hopefully that timeout is either gone or negated from it, and we'll see what happens. Oh, FYI, you can activate timer blocks when a ship spawns.
Okay.
That is handy.
Well, more
Well, that's fine.
accurately when they detect something. So, let me see if our stuff is gone. Looks like it. Good. Okay, so let's go back to our planet. We don't have a timer now, so that's MES. Oops. ship. Let me get our cargo ship. Let's just go straight for cargo. No? Nothing?
Doesn't appear to be.
There's no PCU limit for any of that, is there? Or
Not
size
that I'm
limits?
aware of.
I'm fully aware the Cardinal is not a small ship.
The Cardinal is not able to be spawned here for some reason.
Can you spawn it in space?
That's what I'm about to find out. Oh. It would help if I brought my person up here.
Ah.
Instead of just my spectator. Just wonder why I could still see planetary stuff. Random encounter. Space and lunar cargo ship eligible spawns. No. We have the Cherub Light Fighter. Did I put that? I do have that in the drones, right? Yeah. And it is supposed to be all cargo ship, right? Let me check my spawn stuff real quick. Spawn group. Spawn conditions, that's what I want. Ships, planetary installation, boss encounters, creatures, drone encounters, static encounters, other NPCs, 4 static. I don't see... Yeah, I'm not seeing...
A cardinal and all.
No. And I want... all cargo. Let's change that to all cargo ship. See, I mean, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. Data profiles, spawn conditions, all cargo ship. I mean, Atmo cargo ship is the same way, though. So let's go back into modular encounters, data. We want is it profiles? Spawn conditions? Yeah. Is it supposed to be all cargo ship A? I think. Maybe. Yeah, I think so. And then all cargo ship B. Okay, that makes more sense.
Oh, so we're just doing it wrong?
I'm missing a letter.
That'll do it.
The other ones are like Atmo cargo ship and then space cargo ship. So I read it as all cargo ship. Instead, it's actually all cargo ship A and all cargo ship B, which I'm not sure the actual difference.
There was one letter.
Yeah. So I don't...
Obviously.
Oh, okay. So cargo ship B skips the air density check, which all of your ships in that group should be able to just skip the air density check, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll make them all cargo ship B then. That should allow them to spawn. And then we will exit out. And it just saved before I hit the escape button, so I'm not too worried about it, but whatever. Now we go in. Let's go ahead and save that. Okay, all cargo ship B. And the cherub was... the priest was an Atmo cargo ship. Did you want that to be an all as well?
Yeah, priest is all.
Okay.
Like it can even fly on Omnicron without issue.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? B. So we'll do skip air density check for that one as well.
I guess it's Omicron, not Omnicron.
Yeah. Save that. Go back in. We'll get it eventually. While I'm waiting... shouldn't be doing this.
Are you trying to hurt your computer again?
Possibly. Having a shit ton of stuff open at once.
And he has the audacity to wonder why it's on the fritz.
Oh, I know exactly why. It's just determining what caused it at that point.
I believe the commonality is the H part of the HMI.
Yeah. Normally. So, Revenge of the Savage Planet. Have you guys heard of that?
Yeah. It's an old 70s sci-fi movie, isn't it?
No, game-wise.
As a game? No.
Wait, yes, I think I have seen that once.
You might have in like shorts or different stuff like that. But it looks kind of fun. Let's go to here. Cardinal Support Frigate is now showing up in the spawnable list, so is the Priest. Actually, let me pull that back up, because I want to grab that. And I want to MES dot spawn. Oops, that's not a dot. I think I did the wrong command. Let me head
No
back to
energy.
the Earth, like, because I know it should work there. Because I can't remember the spawn random cargo ship.
What's the difference between the order version and regular?
What, for the...
Revenge of the Savage Planet.
you get some extra quests and
Oh,
like that.
I've seen people playing this recently.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any gameplay, so I don't know what it's about. I just saw it as a title. I think probably on a...
It's really silly.
Mm-hmm.
My game froze again, spawning that whole thing in, by the way.
Yeah, I wonder if we need to do that in stages. Like, spawn it in, then spawn the priests, then spawn the cherubs or something.
I don't know. I don't think they've fully spawned in yet, so there's that.
But then again, I mean, if it can't spawn that in, it sure as heck ain't gonna spawn a judgment anytime.
Yeah. It did spawn one. I just don't know where the hell it's at. Oh, there it is.
The lag means it's working.
Yes. Yes. I don't think it has anything with it, though.
No, it didn't spawn any escorts.
Since you reclassified them, did you need to change any of that again?
Not that I know of. Okay, so let's get rid of that. That might be a ship that has to possibly spawn by itself. Is that a safe zone? That is a safe zone.
In that case, it'll be easy pickings for how much stuff it comes with.
It is a safe zone. I don't think so. I think you're very much underestimating how powerful your ship is.
Probably.
Like, that thing could quite possibly take down a fleet by itself.
It only has 6 artillery turrets, so not that much.
Yeah, and about 20 other turrets on top of it.
Still, for 8 jump drives, that's a lot. And all the ions.
Oh, it did spawn the 2...
Priests?
And something, a couple things have just crashed. What happened there? Yeah, they like crashed into the ground.
Were they off? Or no, were the,
Oh,
dampeners?
no, you know what? I think I know what's going on.
What's up?
Yeah, those are the small grids. So, I know what happened with them. I adjusted the wrong coordinate for that.
Oh, they spawned in the ground or on the ground?
Pretty much, yeah. And the Cardinal, I don't think has an antenna on, FYI.
It does. Well, it's not on where we left it because we turned all the antennas off for...
Clean up the screen a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'll have to change that. But, actually, let me change that now because I'll have to export it
Fuel
anyway.
critical.
Yeah, its antenna is off. I think all of them, the antennas are off. So, let's change that real quick. Control panel. On. Broadcast radius 5K. So let me...
I just unlocked flight for the mech, but dadgum, it burns a lot of fuel.
Export. Where are we at? Cardinal support frigate. We will need to get rid of the Cherub Light Fighter. And pre-slay culture. Okay. So we have...
Well, now I feel better now that it's going to be escorted properly. Because that's what it should technically have. Just
Yeah.
landed on it.
Energy.
being a carrier.
Yeah, you would not be out of your mind to classify it as a light carrier.
I almost want to make it a boss encounter. But
I mean, it
guess
could be an easy boss
Yeah.
compared to the Judgment.
5K.
I mean, originally I wasn't going to have the Judgment in this pack. I was just going to have it and the Inquisitor be bosses.
Yeah.
But folks wanted the Judgment, so they got the Judgment.
Yeah, which is fine.
But at least Nari and my son have been having fun trying to build for it, so I'll take that as
Yeah.
a success.
Exactly. Okay, so the Cherub Light Fighter has its antenna on, supposedly. Oh, that's fair.
Fuel critical.
Well, it's kind of hard to have your antenna on when you're submerged in the ground, so...
It
No
does
energy.
not have its thrusters on. So
No.
that could be an
Fuel
issue, too.
critical.
And the dampeners.
Yeah.
No energy.
Because it doesn't have a gear, so we just turned off the dampers to
Fuel critical.
plop it.
Yeah. Let me make sure these other ones
No
have
energy.
dampeners turned on at least.
Well, they flew fine, so they should. And they all have landing gear, so they were sitting on the lake bed.
Yeah. Yeah, this one has dampeners on, thrusters on, yada yada. So that's fine. It's mainly just the little guys. Which it still does not have its thrusters on. Are you out of like hydrogen? No. Are you on stock?
Might be on stockpile.
Yeah. Batteries, hydrogen tank. No, not on stockpile. Hello? Thrusters are supposedly on. Oh, hold on.
It's
Batteries
another
are-
I think
realization.
it's out. I think it's out of. Yeah.
I got out of the menu and then just looked right at your screen in the cockpit. I'm like, that says offline. Now
My
we're-
cockpit and that fighter is actually very informative because I fully customized it with all the auto LCD shenanigans. So it
Yeah. Okay, so now we can do the proper things. Let me go back to the Earth-like. Not Matfly. Mayfly. Thank you. Oh, hey, you're still around. It's raining here. Good to know. Exit to main menu. Yes, save changes. And do it all over again. Exports. I need my drone. Because that is where I put the cherub. So we will get rid of that. Come down here and grab this one. 2 ships. Get rid of the priest and the cardinal. And get these ones. Put them in there. Good. Good. While I'm here, let me... We have our cargo ships. I need to add... our ossified avian.
Mm-hmm.
Ossified avian. This will be a space cargo. Actually, yeah, this probably should be... It could be an all cargo, because we made it hydrogen, so...
Yeah.
Can it fly on 1.2G? Just double check.
Huh?
Per TAM. That's what I'm asking.
Oh. I have no idea. I don't even think we planned on having it on Earth-like. Or tested it, anyway. I am going to make that one just a space cargo.
Yeah, if you haven't tested it in gravity, it'd just be a wreck. I mean, it's possible it flies.
I mean,
but...
Nari's in the server at the moment. He could probably find out.
Destructive testing. Oh!
I mean, it's got 2 large hydrogen thrusters for upward thrust.
Yeah.
It should fly.
The Cherub Light Fighters.
We still have one on the planet, don't we? Or did we take the whole thing up?
No, I think I just copied it. So let me grab... That's... You need to back up on. We will do the Mako. Yeah, I have it in there. Okay, whatever. Should we have just one Mako escorting it, or 2?
Oh, just one.
Let's say it's a very easy ship, so. Cargo ship.
Where? That's it. That's one.
That is stations. We also need, while I'm here, the prefab data. easy. We need.
Oh. So. That's Mars. Mars per tab.
Its name might need to be changed. Hold on.
Of which?
The Mako.
You didn't put Pertam in this save. Somehow.
It's not?
No.
Mm.
I guess I can go to the alien planet and see if it flies. It'll be.
Alien will be close enough.
Mako. Make sure that doesn't show up anywhere else in there. I'm going to replace that with yes, replace two. And then this one we will fix as well. And that should take care of that. Beautiful. So now everything is the same. Okay. 150. Yeah, that should be fine. And then we have ossified avian. Needs to go there. We need hard. We have the Cardinal support frigate. Combat.
By comparison, the Inquisitor will be a lot easier to set up.
Yes, yes.
No escorts really needed.
We will probably have to redo the Mako. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But as long as it's in files, that's not too hard. Okay, so now let's see how everything spawns in. And then we can adjust the Mako, the cherub, see about adding the AI blocks to those. I can do that real quick now that I know the settings to put. You think the cherubs will be good at the orbit or hit and run? I see.
I do hit and run.
Okay.
They can probably do fine at orbit, but hit and run's probably easier to beat in They're not supposed to be the main threat.
Yeah,
And that's more fighter-like.
Yeah.
the bone chicken flies fine on the alien planet, so.
Nice.
Sweet.
Have you seen that thing yet, Eisen?
I have not.
Hmm.
Yeah.
We'll have to get a picture.
I will
of it
share
for
my
you.
share my screen here.
Flop over.
For those wondering,
Okay.
this is
Yeah, it's definitely bare bones.
Uh-huh.
that's what he's flying around. We designed that. What was it? Yesterday, the day before.
Day before on Sunday.
That's a fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very easy takeover. The problem is you're gonna blow the thing in half and into very many pieces.
Yep.
So there's like
Okay.
8 hydrogen tanks in front of those 3 cargos. So
I have exactly one complaint on
What's
this. That the bridge isn't connected to the catwalks.
That's on purpose. That way you accidentally blow the bridge off when you're trying to attack it.
no, we made that ship very
Fragile.
yeah. Yeah, that was on purpose. So we gave it a design that you are at risk of completely destroying everything on it just by shooting at it. So it's really like a Hydro-Man's dream, but it's also covered in interior turrets, and I was able to kind of get 2 Gatlings on it. So
Yeah, I saw the one Gatling. Oh, I see the other now, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
So-
wait. That Gatling will get burnt by those hydrogen thrusters.
Which
Yeah.
The one
This
on the
one up
bottom.
at the front.
Oh, probably. But it's only holding to stay up, so
Just so aware that, and for anybody watching, I'm not sure if your stream's still live, those do burn. That is within
Yeah.
thruster damage.
Yep.
yeah, I fully anticipated it burning up. I was kind of hoping it would just kind of use the bottom thrusters as hover, so it had a chance to shoot. But
Yeah. If you do it in space, they won't use the bottom thrusters much anyways, so.
right, which is where it's gonna be. And everybody's gonna be wondering, like, how do you do that? Why don't that blow up? What kind of cheat did he use? Alright, so we have the Cardinal is able to spawn. So let us grab that. And
Spawns properly with everything without the fighters being in the dirt? Or is that what you're working on now?
We're about to find out.
4%. 3%.
Of what? Hydrogen level?
Hydrogen. We didn't fill this thing entirely full. 2%.
Yeah, no,
1%.
we did not.
Yes. Since he didn't spawn it with MES, it didn't get the refill.
Aha, there they are. Antennas on, 4.46k away.
Oh, I might have gotten up just high enough for the ions to take me all the way to space.
Nice.
Nice.
Yep.
So it had enough thrust to at least get you up there.
I spawned at like 9k above the planet. I just went into the planet's atmosphere where I was at 1.1
Ooh.
G, and then since you were done showing it off.
Oh no, they still crashed and burned. What happened
I'm slowing down.
I'm gonna have to get to these faster to see what exactly is causing them to blow up.
Nope, nope, I'm going backwards. The bone chicken can no longer fly.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Crater imminent.
Okay, cherubs are in the air. Nothing is moving at the moment. A couple of them are. Despawn, despawn, despawn.
I'm playing on my Switch. Let me bring up your stream for once. How about that?
Hey, hey. Well, this time, 2 of the cherubs stayed, but the priests despawned, and 2 of the other cherubs. I think it might just be too much, honestly.
Possible.
So let me get rid of these. See if I can spawn it one more time. Seems like it's trying to. Ah. Yep.
Oh, most of your screen is taken up by Naris at the moment.
I'm about to crash.
So,
There you go.
you just get the more eventful thing right now. Boom!
Right. But yeah, so it seems like 2 ships decide to go with.
The priest. Okay.
So the priest
Actually-
did this time. The 2 of the cherubs did last time.
2 of the cargo containers survived head-on collision, so...
Well, that's nice. So we might have
Well-
to choose like the 2 priests or like 2.
Let's just do the
cherubs.
2 priests. Let's just do the 2 priests then. That's plenty of firepower, I feel.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty formation. I like it.
And they'll do that every time. So let's go ahead and get rid of our cherubs.
By the time you're taking that thing, the cherubs aren't going to be that much of a fight for you.
No, they're not. But what I can do is add the cherubs to our little drone setup we are going to have as like patrols. Right, where you go? Come back. Despawn, despawn, despawn you. Alright, so let me real quick actually. I want to spawn because I haven't yet. Your guys' research facility.
Oh yeah, I guess the audience hadn't seen that one yet.
No.
It was a quick one, but I think it's a good one.
SPI dot that one. Is the antenna off on that one too?
No, it should be on. I don't think I changed its broadcasting though.
Which means it should be 5K.
Yeah. It did spawn. We'll have to see later. On an ice lake. Halfway in the ground.
And in the dark.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's kind of buried. So,
Yeah.
that's why actually, it didn't throw the antenna because I think it broke the antenna. Oh no, that's a smoke thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So the antenna is off.
Yes,
Apparently.
we can change that though. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go 7, 8 blocks.
Because you want the other turrets above ground.
Yeah, and it'll line up kind of right under the top edge of the
Yep,
base
that's
of
what
it.
we want.
So, what's 8 times 2.5?
20.
Yeah.
Is it actually 20?
Yes.
Nice.
Because it's 8 times 2 is 16, and 8 times 0.5 is 4. Add those together, and it's 20.
Indeed.
That is a really nice round number, actually.
Yeah, you never get those.
No, like you could see some of these other ones is like negative 1.25, 19.25, 6.75. It's kind of funny. 8.5. Alright, so we will be able to fix that. Let me go get a new export of it, actually. F10. I want this one. Actually, we can remove this one now. Is your... Yeah, its antenna actually is off. So, beautiful. We can change that real quick. Compact antenna. That would be why. It is on. Why am I not seeing it?
The text, nothing.
Which means it should just be reading as compact antenna.
No, it tells
But
it
it
the
doesn't.
name. I see it now, but I didn't see it before. I don't know. Hard to say. Where's out? This way.
There's only one door.
I know, I looked at every wall first.
It's a trap.
Really is. Ow. There you are. No, come back. No, come back. Thank you. Button. Oh, well, that's cheeky. You put the button on the bottom. I didn't even get anything. Oh, well. Alright, so I do have to exit out. Let me get back to the other planet first. What is over there? Mayfly. Shut up, phone. I know, I have notifications. Don't tell me. Alright, now, exit to main menu. Yes, save. While that's doing its thing, let's make sure everything is saved here the right way. Alright, so we have the ossified avion. Is ossified supposed to have 2 eyes in it?
Yeah.
No, I think
At
it's...
least,
But you dyslexics the I and the F.
Yep.
Oh.
I was just looking at that. I was like, hold on. I could change that real quick. Just open that with it. Grab the name. Search that. Stop it. Replace that. Yes. And now I'll grab this one. Replace that. So that should now have the correct name. Ossified. And this one should also be yes. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Let's hop back in. We'll do the base. We'll do the ossified avion. And that should be about all the time we have for. Because it is getting late. The original paradox. Only one thing is certain, that nothing is certain. If the statement is true, it is also false. What are you working on, Nari?
A small grid Lego drone. I was planning on making it a railgun drone.
That would be amazing. I wonder if you could put AI blocks on it and have it just charge at people. Oh, I'm sure you can. You just set it to in the offensive. Yeah.
Missile.
Yep. I could replace it with heavy armor. And then just have nothing but it.
I just thought of something. If you look at the outside of it, like at the top. Let me do this so everybody can see what I'm talking about. So, if you put merge blocks kind of just in the corners somehow, or even on the circle bits, that you can merge to another like Lego brick.
Yeah.
And have it disconnect and then just charge at somebody. You can just have disconnecting Legos that get thrown at a ship. Thing is, like, the bottoms of the Lego bricks would have to be hollow.
Yeah.
Open.
That's
And not be able to.
If you don't mind a little bit of thruster damage, you could possibly do it as long as the studs were 2 blocks tall.
Yeah.
You could merge it instead of a merge block. You could do it with a rotor or something like that.
Well, I was thinking the edge blocks of the top piece being like the 2x1 tips facing downwards. If they're on.
Yeah, I was just seeing the side.
Yeah. That way they don't merge, and then you can go up to fill in the rest of the Lego.
Yeah.
Alright, let's change it to daytime.
Do that. They shouldn't merge. They don't have a mounting point on that size.
SPI dot what is that one. There it is. Let's go take a look. Oh, a mining outpost spawned in the meantime. Nice. And there we go. So let's go up to it the right way. Yeah, you can't see too much.
Can't see much at all.
Nope, that's plan. Because we're gonna go up to it the right way. With an exploration rover. Ah, you son of a bitch.
Too close.
Yeah. No, man. I guess we're going on foot. Anyway, this is gonna be what you come up to.
Fuel low.
Nobody can see.
Oh, there's a tree in the way too.
No, Nari screen
Yeah.
in the way.
That's why I was just getting ready to do it. I was trying to position, but found out there's a goddamn tree in the way.
It spawned correct.
Yeah.
Get out of the way. Are you okay? You good? Or are you gonna kill me?
It's thinking about it.
Right. It keeps turning towards me, and that worries me so much. Okay.
Homing
I
tree.
didn't think you put the tree missile mod in the save.
Right. I've died from a lot of things lately that I shouldn't die from. Trees are next. Okay. But anyway, this is what you come up to. You got the very aggressive tower, as we saw.
I thought you were going to say very aggressive tree.
Me too.
That, yeah. It's not... It's a feature now. We'll go with it. But yeah, it's basically just a research facility. Oh god, like Nari and Eisen made it, so should be pretty decent and deadly.
Go back to the front door, and I want you to see how many lines of fire you can see from different turrets.
Oh yeah, no, I saw them. You got one there, one there, one there. There's none on the
And
sides.
one in the back.
Yeah. I'm very surprised there isn't one in each corner on the sides as you walk in.
Yeah, because those aren't full blocks, technically. But also,
Oh,
I wasn't going to be that mean, because you already have two at the front. You said medium, not hard.
That's fair, yeah. This is a medium spawn. So, yeah, you have the stores that are going to be easy, right? Oh, that's another turret on top. Fair enough.
Just for Hydra Man.
Yeah. The stores are going to be easy. So you can go up to them. They don't necessarily have any turrets, or if they do, they have like one. Some of the stores have big guns on them, which I'm thinking about taking off, or just turning them off.
Probably turn them off because
Yeah.
they're kind of an integral part of the design. You'd have to greeble over those holes.
Right. So, but, and then as you get bigger... Oh, hey, a priest spawned. Just without me doing anything. As you get bigger in your faction, with your grids and your base and stuff like that, more bases like this are going to spawn. We're going to have ones like this. I want to design a couple bunkers, and then maybe a couple... There's a couple decrepit bases that are really defended on the inside. And these ones are going to be more lore heavy, so they'll give you a little more story to them, stuff like that. we still have to create the loot tables for these, but
Most of the loot in this is going to be in those barrels / in the lockers, etc.
yeah, which I think they are included in MES as possible locations for stuff.
So barrels and crates.
Yep. So that shouldn't be too bad. But we'll also have like data pads that can spawn in those too. But yeah, that's the research facility. I know you guys were working on one of the underground spots too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Power plant.
Yep. And then I'm gonna do 1 or 2 undergrounds. Maybe do another above base or above ground base. We'll have a bunch of them. It'll be good. I see the priest has spawned. Let's go fly over to that. Actually, no. I'll let it despawn and then I'll spawn in the bone chicken. I guess I was a little too close for that.
Fuel critical.
You stop it. I'm not gonna wait for you. Oh, I say as it. No, it's still flying up there. Its antenna just got out of range. Let's do priest. Remove. We want. Oh, we have to be in space for the other one, so it doesn't matter anyway. Slash MES dot GESAP. Got it on my clipboard.
I should look here.
That is planet ossified avian. Oh, and the cardinal and priest are able to spawn in space too, so that's good.
Good.
Those are connected.
The ossified avian. Oops.
Energy low.
I
What is that?
don't know what the spawn thing is for. Space things, spaceships.
Something spawn something.
Yeah. Well, he abbreviates everything. So you can do the full command, which is half a mile long most of the time, or you can do the abbreviated one, which is nice but never makes any sense. I mean, it does because it's just the first letter of each word, but that's info spawn space cargo ship SSCS. Yeah, see, that one. Dun, 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 dun. Did you spawn? I don't know if you did. There is Won by the Emperor. Where are you at? Oh god. Why am I going so fast? And the Mako did spawn with it, so that's a bonus.
Good. Then that sounds like it's all working correctly. We just need to convert the Mako into a AI drone.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, it has an inhibitor field. Well, that's just fucking rude.
Energy critical.
Turned my thrusters off as soon as I got near it.
Mm-hmm.
I tried spawning so I could catch it, and it was like, nah. You don't need to do that. Where are you? There you are. No. Let me get near you. Okay, I have to delete this block manually, don't I? That's kind of annoying.
Well, I mean, that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean,
Just spawn in a cherub.
fair play. It's gonna get shot right away.
Stationary cherub is not long for this world.
That. Well, I have my inhibitor field destroyed now. How about my dampeners are off, so that doesn't help. There we go.
Fuel critical.
Now you can see it in all of its glory. So we actually did do the lighting in a way to make it kind of look a little better. And I'm not sure, I probably should have checked what kind of stuff you get from these, because I know they're expensive. Superconductors and reactor components. And there's
No
like
energy.
6 of these things on there. But I thought it made it a nice little touch. Oh no, there's 8. I'm sorry. Nice. But yeah, they add a little depth to it and a little more thickness to the backbone. But they also make like pretty cool lights on it. So I think it's worth it. You're gonna end up destroying them anyway, so I don't care. And then there's a bunch of ions. So this ship is gonna be very dangerous to just go to and start shooting. It's got a lot of expensive stuff on it that if you could take it over by just shooting it or taking out its turrets, you'll be a rich person. Oh, hello. Oh, and Eisen, this is why the cab is disconnected, because we wanted to be able to go from cab to a catwalk by jumping. That was one of the purposes. That, and we found out it kind of looks like a
cargo
lifter.
ship that has a payload on it. Yeah, a lifter.
So it looks.
Baggage.
Oh god. It looks like you can detach everything in the middle. So we decided to detach the cockpit from the catwalk, and it was like, yeah, that looks kind of cool. And now we got to build one without all of that. It's just empty. Which we'll have to see how it flies, because I'm pretty sure all of the hydrogen at the moment is connected to the cargo. Yeah.
Yes. Well, no, the large ones on the bottom aren't,
Oh, okay.
but the directional ones are.
Yeah. All the smaller ones.
Yeah.
Out of the way. And then we have the Mako here somewhere. Did it despawn? Awesome. Let's see. Mako. Yeah. That it did. But they can figure out what the Mako... Well, no, I want to see the Mako. So let's do it again.
Do it again, do it again.
I think its antenna range might be a little low.
I don't think we changed it, so it's 5K.
Which stuff normally spawns, like, within 5K. At least I thought so. But, yes, here is the Mako. Oh, okay. I thought it was upside down to the avian at the at first.
Yeah.
But yeah, a relatively easy small grid compared
It's
to like
durable though.
Hey,
well,
Mako's
easy
quite durable.
Yeah, easy compared to like my mayfly that they're gonna come up against.
yeah, that's true. It was part of a squadron, so it didn't need all the firepower itself.
Right. But no, I think it matches the avian pretty nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Another one of Nori's designs. But yes, it is very durable.
Fuel critical.
It
We're a
has-
small grid anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a small grid.
I mean, it's been put through its paces, to be fair. So,
Yep.
and survived quite often.
Yeah, I think I brought it home every time. Because it was still attached to the Deliverance when that series ended.
No
So.
energy.
Yeah. Fair enough. But I think that is all of our spawns so far taken care of. We will just have to let's go to this priest-like gunship for a sec. So I want to put something on these. That is a bright-ass planet.
You blinded the stream with that one.
It wasn't on purpose.
Thought I was looking at my stomach for some. What?
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Let's do a bright red, so I know which ones I have to put AI blocks on. So the cherub, or the priest, anyway. Sorry. I get them mixed up for some reason.
They're
I
both
don't-
small light things.
I don't know if it necessarily needs the AI thing.
Since it's all turrets, I mean, as long as it's
It's got
doesn't run
2
away.
frontal artillery.
Yeah. Problem is, I think that one's gonna have to be a circle in orbit if we do the AI one.
Yes.
So you have nowhere on this thing I can put blocks.
No, it's very tight.
So we'll do that. The cherub definitely needs.
AI blocks.
Yeah.
What you can do for the AI blocks is take out its oxygen tank, which is in the center, and it'll have tons of space to add whatever
Yeah.
behind the fighter cockpit.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna add it like. Well, I guess yeah. You got
You're gonna be pretty
stuff-
restricted on room down there.
Yeah, you got stuff covering other stuff and yada yada.
I never said my builds had lots of free space for the most part.
This is true.
Mhm.
And the cherub is kind of very vulnerable.
Yes. However,
It's very
it's
powerful.
survived miraculously somehow. Lots of
Most of
different
it.
things.
This is true. Yes. Okay, so we got those two that need AI blocks, and then we need the Mako that needs AI blocks.
Mhm. The Mako should have plenty of room.
Yeah, I'll probably just end up putting it into the armor somewhere. Because I know you got quite a bit of space to play with.
Mhm.
As long as I can hide the offensive block and the flight, you should be fine. Because the defensive only triggers once, so... the cargo ships are fine. We got the dragonflies taken care of already, so that should be good. Okay, so yeah, we got those three that need AI blocks. The priest, I'm probably gonna have to make a duplicate for, and the drone versions be different than the cargo ship version. Because the cargo ship version, I don't think will have an issue. Because the Dusty
on
Susan
price.
always pointed at me and tried to shoot me, so it's just the drone versions that are being weird. That's gonna be it for today, though. We should be pretty set otherwise. Oh, shit. I think we're doing good. Need more
Fuel
bases
critical.
and ships and rovers. I want to see rovers, if I can get those going next. Because now that we figured out the drone issue, that's not going to be a problem, adding more stuff.
And I've already
now that
got the drone blocks programmed on the rovers, so they should just be a matter of plug and play.
No
Yeah,
energy.
now that we've got the
On the mech hauler, anyways.
Yeah.
So now that we got the more complicated ones figured out, the solo ships will be real simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We just got to get them built up and...
Well, like the Inquisitor, for instance.
Yeah.
It's just by itself, and voila, done.
Mm-hmm. And then I got to finish the Huntsman, eventually.
Oh, I know how much of a pain that is.
I am seriously thinking about just rebuilding a new ship.
For the Huntsman and Judgment, though, we'll have to figure out the boss encounters. Make sure all that's working properly, because remember, they don't have their own AI.
Right. So you probably want...
We can probably just leave it to the vanilla AI, honestly.
Well, I thought he said you could do boss encounters with the remote control.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can.
Just set him to an AI autopilot. And then...
you have to set a behavior separately, though.
Yeah.
But I was figuring, at that point, if you just spawn it with the AI block, then it's good to go.
That's what I was thinking. Honestly, yeah, that's... that's spawn conditions. Spawn groups. Nope, I do not. I want... manipulation groups? Nope. I know I sent it in SE group. Let me see if I can find it a couple days back, but should be able to still get it. Not that one. There it is. Space cargo ships, random encounters, planetary, boss encounters. Boss encounter grids do not automatically have AI loaded into them. Ensure that you use a programmable block script that gives your grid behavior. Or use, create, or modify one of the drone behaviors that can be attached to your prefab when building your spawn group. Okay, so if we look at really quick, let me get out of the Ronin one. We can get out of that. Don't save. Cargo ships for me. Close up modular encounters. Let's go to Reavers, for example, because they have quite a bit. So spawn groups boss. The Nickadoodoo hit. Reaver spawn conditions boss. And he has it under its own behavior. So let's go to that. And then let's compare it to the Ronin boss one. So yeah, so the one I have is a horse fighter where they have the Nickadoodoo as a hunter, which is fine because that's Reavers for you. Do they have it as spawn groups? Reaver spawn conditions boss. So see if I can find its spawn conditions here. Maybe. I forgot we could set audio files. That'd be fun.
Yep.
Spawn conditions boss. Not what I wanted, but whatever. There it is. Go away. Okay. Yeah, so they have the threat level and all that kind of stuff. Which where is that? Data encounters and conditions. Why do I not have conditions?
For boss encounters? Because all they do is check the threat level and before they link up as a boss. There's something different for spawning them in because you have to go to that GPS.
No, I just couldn't find the actual conditions file for...
You found it.
Yeah. Medium group.
Are there medium and hard bosses?
Medium hover, hard. No, these are just all of his conditions for spawning different groups.
Oh, okay.
Hard group. I don't know. Oh, it places the ships in different locations as they spawn in. Okay. And then the very hard space cargo ships. Threat score minimum has to be 1500. And then the boss is 2000. But he also does not say if that's a planetary one.
I don't think Reaver spawns dangerous encounters on planets.
They might not. But, oh well, we'll figure it out. Because I have to kind of rip the, not Wastelanders, Tire Thieves.
Wasteland Tire Thieves, yeah.
Yeah. I have to rip that one next and see how they do rovers. So, we'll do that next time we're in here. That should be fun. Getting things like the Scorpion to spawn in, and your rover, and Eisen's rover. I think that'd be interesting. Because I don't think he has anything for rovers.
I don't think so.
No. The Wasteland Tire Thieves was made way after.
Oh, he does have fake rover pathing, though.
Maybe that's what they used.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, you could spawn them in as any other grid, just with parachutes, so they parachute down and then get to work.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Well, yeah, he's got code for rover pathing. I just don't know how he does it.
Well, he probably doesn't support it, considering I haven't seen anybody use it.
Yeah, except for the Tire Thieves. That's the only rover MES that I know of. There used to be some small wheeled drones, but they've been broken for ages.
Yeah, because calculate rover path, planet, entity, planet. I mean, he's got code for pathing rovers. It's just a matter of how to spawn it, because he has no docs on it at all. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. Yeah, because he's got water pathing, escort pathing, circle target, and rover pathing. Probably more than that, but that's just what it's showing me in the search.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. But with that, I am going to call it here. It is way past my bedtime. I'm not even going to really do the outro because I want to go to bed.
Mhm.
If you feel like joining us, hanging out, and talking about the MES stuff, Space Engineers, or any other games, honestly, I mean, FPS, RPGs, stuff like that, join the Discord down below. If you're on YouTube, it's in the description, Twitch side below the video. Follow and sub buttons if you want to come back and hang out with us as we figure out all of this stuff. And we'll catch you in the next one. I'm going to go to bed.
Mhm.
Have a good night.